folks, we're right outside Rogers boardroom. Inside we have the Vice President of Marketing for Rogers, Dilpreet, having her latest advertisement campaign being critiqued by one of the best advertisement consultants in the country, Mirna. We're gonna get the inside scoop. Come on in.
Anyways, how's your schedule going?
It's really good. Okay, so today in our meeting we're going to talk about the ad campaign that the Rogers ad campaign that you are in charge of.
Of course,
right?
yes.
The campaign was 15 seconds. Okay. What were the tactics of your ad campaign, channels of communication? What did you use for this one?
Well, this campaign that we're focusing on, the advertisements, they actually consisted of 5 different versions. I'm not sure if you've seen them all. That wanted to promote reliability because Rogers is superior and it wants to, show reliability through a lot of mediums of communication channels. And basically what we did was we had more of a focus on television, billboards, and newspapers. But the reason for television is because it's like mass marketing. It goes to a broader audience. You see a lot of people watching shows, and obviously commercials come in and they're 15 seconds and you want something to stay, while they're watching their shows. And billboards and newspapers, we had this just to enforce what the TV commercials wanted to portray, which was our reliability. And overall, all the channels that we used gave us a reach in which was much more massive than using just one channel of communication to communicate our messages worldwide.
But after analyzing your ad campaign, I felt like you used a lot of TV as your main channel of communication. I understand it was to connect to your mass marketing, but I feel like you guys did not do a good job targeting and making sure who your target market is and attacking that instead of just using very expensive channels as television and newspapers to get your point across. Second of all, I felt like your commercials were too repetitive. All the commercials to me looked the same. When I watched the ad campaign, I thought it was funny probably for 5 seconds, but then they were all kind of the same to me. You guys didn't grab the attention of the viewers, though you could have done a much better job at that. Also, one more thing, you guys are targeting young professionals. Why didn't you use social marketing? It's a great way, it's cost effective, great way to target exactly who you want to target, and I feel like you guys could have done so much better job. I mean, what happened? What went wrong?
Okay, well, at the times that these ads were introduced, the 5 different versions and everything, social network wasn't nearly as popular as it is today. If anything, it wasn't even the growth process. It was basically new, it was introduced, and because at that time it probably didn't even exist or it was never popular as it is today, that's why we probably felt like, actually we did feel that television has been popular for years and decades and centuries now, so that's why we wanted to go for something that's more popular, that would get through to people.
So my team and I developed some tips for you to consider for your future ad campaign. Definitely, first of all, research your target market a lot more. I feel like you need to target more who you want to see your ad campaign so you have a better and more relevant commercials and channels of communication. Second of all, definitely use social media. I strongly suggest you use social media. It gets your point across, it gets your target market, and it's very, very effective. Third of all, if you do choose to forego TV, which I really think it is, of course it is, I think classic and it is needed, I think you need to work on your commercials, the actual commercials, the content of it. It's just very dull. Use music because you are trying to, attract reliability and make people understand that this is fast, this is, it gets what you need happening. So definitely work on your commercials, check time slots to make sure you're putting your commercials where they need to be seen. And lastly, I think you should choose relevant sponsorships and events to help promote your ads. Now, you should take these tips and try to work them into your next ad campaign. Next topic, let's talk about what was your unique selling point and the key insight of driving the concept of your commercial.
Reliability. I mean, our #1 USP, and this is what we have concentrated on, And the way we try to incorporate this in our ad campaigns, all the 5 different versions, you would see at the end of the commercial a punchline saying Canada's most reliable network. So off the bat, you know, reliability is the #1 USP that we feel that best represents Rogers. And insights, basically our underlying message is simple: if you have Rogers, you're a winner, like big time. And the way we incorporate this in every commercial is, you see in any commercial, any example in the elevator commercial, there's a guy from Rogers, he has like clearest reception, fewest dropless calls, and versus the other guy who's just like in awe of the other guy, like, oh my god, what's happening? So off the bat, one can realize that this guy has everything, he's clearly a winner. So that's our insight.
Okay, for the USP, I felt like you guys did a great job. I'll tell you that, you did a great job. I felt like as an audience, you did grab you made sure to show that, you know, I got the image, I got the message. You were very consistent throughout all the commercials of this ad campaign. I thought you did a great job. And so how are your numbers with that?
Everything's actually like.
All right, folks, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
For $10,000, who can tell me where the first World Cup was played?
Oh, I got this one.
Uruguay!
Uruguay is correct!
Get the best surfing, start to finish, on Canada's most reliable network.
All right, we're back. Let's head back into this meeting.
Okay, the next topic, I wanted to ask, what was the tone of the campaign? What kind of tone did you guys want to use this campaign in? Just so I make sure that I got it right.
Well, we wanted to make sure that anybody that watches these ads feels that, you know what, like, we want to convey 2 main tones in these campaigns and different versions. Firstly, we wanted to show the people and convey the message that we are market leaders, we are the best. And this is shown in a lot of commercials, you know, where you feel like there's a winner and a loser. The winner is Rogers and the losers are whatever they're versing, their competitors. Secondly, we also wanted people to feel the simpatico tone, which is basically, you know what, we understand your issues. And the way we kind of did this is that if you've seen commercials like where we guarantee the clearest reception, a lot of people want clear reception. They want the fewest dropped calls and stuff. So we're trying to say that we do understand your issues, and you know what, not only do we understand them, we have a solution as well.
So from what I understand, that you guys used this kind of emperor tone where you wanted to show that you are the leading brand in the market, and you wanted to use the kind of we're sympathetic with you and stuff like that. What I don't understand, why would you use 2 tones in the same commercial? You don't want it to be cluttered so much that the main message of your commercial or ad campaign is diluted. Your unique selling point was what? Reliability, right? I think it was reliability. So you want to use 1 tone, which is we are the market's leader. So use that and emphasize it and make sure people understand it, and don't, you know, clutter it with so much other stuff and try to fit so many things into it. So now that your ad campaign is not as strong. Why not create 2 ad campaigns and make sure your messages are in them, in both of them? So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, actually you do have a point there. I will actually note it down, but you know what it is? Sometimes you can kind of blame other people where they kind of try to make it cost effective, you know, try to put like 5 tones in one commercial and stuff like that. So over here we were kind of debating whether we want to keep our tone, which is obviously the hero and the emperor tone. But yeah, throwing in another tone in there and another one obviously dilutes like your focus. So I would note this down for sure. Thanks.
Yeah, I definitely think that you should stick to 1 tone. You know, you don't want your commercial to be tacky. You want it to be done tastefully, and most importantly, you want it to be memorable. So take 1 tone, see, you know, relate it to what you want the unique selling point to be, what you want your audience to see, and perfect that one idea you have, and go on with it. Be consistent with it, and I think you'll have a great. And definitely great ad campaign from there. Now, the next topic is our creative elements. What were the creative elements that you guys decided to use in this campaign?
Well, we are actually focused on like one main creative element, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that, and that's humor. And basically, like if you've noticed any of our versions of our ad campaigns, what you see is anything being so like, you know, dramatically emphasized and exaggerated to make it look humorous and stuff. So in the commercial with the elevators, you see like a person having to cut like their phone and stuff because they're going to go in an elevator, and then he turns around and looks at someone that has a Rogers phone, and he's just so shocked. And we try to add like, you know, the dramatic element and as well as humor, like, you know, where it's like, oh my god and stuff, you know, and how is this guy still on the phone? So a lot of our versions actually focus on humor. Humor was a very important element that was used in all versions.
Okay, if I understand you correctly, you guys used humor as your creative element of your commercials. I just don't understand why you would do that, because it's just very confusing for the audience. This is not a soap opera. You're trying to go for the superior, reliable. You want them to take you seriously. You're the best of the best. I mean, why are you using humor and reliable? You're trying to fit too much in one. Pick one thing. Even if you want to use humor, tone it down a little bit. I mean, dramatic effects, and it's just, you guys lost it at the end of those commercials. Be consistent. Pick what you really want in this commercial. In your boardrooms, sit down, jot down exactly what you want, and narrow down to have the most precise and most effective commercial ever. These are my thoughts. Why? Yeah, call Jenny. I just finished my meeting, and I'll meet you there in a second. Okay, bye.
Hey, can we have some quick questions for our viewers?
Yeah, sure.
How did you feel about our meeting today?
It was great. It was great. I think they need a lot of work. They have lots of potential. I thought it was a great meeting, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We did. Thank you for all your time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great day. Bye.
Hey, Ms. Dilpreet, I would like to ask some questions for our viewers. How do you feel about the comments that Myrna had given you about your ad campaign?
I feel like they were great. We had a great conversation, and I feel Rogers has a long way to go, and I will definitely take her points into consideration.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.